In this tutorial, we will learn how to model a simple plastic armchair. As you can see, it's made up of 4 pieces, and some of these pieces we will model it using modifiers, some others we will modeling using spline and polygon modeling. So let's close this render file, let's save it and start a brand new file. So we need first to know that in this tutorial we will work on 4 views, so we need to see what's going on different views. Most of our work will be on front and perspective, but we will need the top and left views. We will start by using from geometry standard primitive a plane, a simple plane, and I will create this plane here in top view. I will activate snap toggle and create a simple plane, something like this. For parameters, 40 by 40 is fine. For segments, I need the length segments to be 1 and width segments to be 2, so I can get rid of one of them and start modeling. Now I right click, convert to editable poly, change to polygon mode and get rid of this left guy. Now I work in edge mode to start my modeling process. I select this edge and I need to make it wider, not much. I need to deactivate this snap toggle, needed to make it wider a bit, then shift drag to create the first one, and here on the left view I will raise this up, so our work will be included in different view. Again shift drag and left view, raise him up, shift drag in top view, oops, and raise him up, final one, shift drag, and here let's raise him up. If you don't see your object in any view, just press F3, because now I couldn't see it here in the front view, so I pressed F3 from my keyboard. Now I need to model the back of the chair, and I need to make it a bit less wider, so I select all of these but in the vertex mode, and I will push it slightly like this. Now what I need to do, I need to select all these edges, ring, and I will make a connect, and I only need one connect. So here in the vertex mode I need to do some modifications, so I select this one and I will take him to the right, not much, maybe to the top and then to the right, just like that. Good. And I will need to modify these 2 vertices using scaling tool, and I need to scale them together. Not much, just like that. Okay. Let's push this bunch of vertices down slightly. I'm pressing Alt to deselect, and let's push this guy up, and here I need to create another segment, so let's go to edge mode, select these 2, this, and I actually want it here in this area only. So I select these three and I press connect so I can have another segment. So when I change to point mode, I can take this guy, push him down, and same for this group of vertices. So you can have some curvy look at the end. Now I change to edge mode to continue my work. I select these three polygons, and then in the front view I shift drag them up just like this. Now I change to vertex mode to select these and scale them down so they can look as even as we can. I like this. Get back to edge mode and do 3 more pieces, not much, and a final one. Okay, now let's make our bridging by selecting these two and go to bridge, and by default I have only one, so I only need one segment here. I need to close this gap, so in the border mode I select this border and I tell him to cap it. Now I can keep working on other pieces if you would like. Some people would like to make it only look like one piece, but I don't like it here, so I'm not continuing with bridging, but of course you can do this on your own. I feel like the chair is a bit large, so I need to go to the vertex mode, select this group, push it, alt to deselect this group and push it again, alt, keep pushing until you get the size you would like to have, and push this guy finally. Now let's modify this to make it curvy, but I need to cut this piece into 2. So in the polygon mode, or we can keep to vertex mode, I can use my cut tool. I prefer to do it here in the perspective view. Maybe we can keep it. No, we can. Sometimes we can have triangles. It won't hurt. Now, as I created this cut, I can modify the position of this point, just like this. And same for this guy. We need to take this row, push it, second one, and also push it. So now we can start our modification. These two need to be relaxed. We need to create another segment here. We can use different tools, but I will use the cut. I will go from here to here, and we need to make this a bit tighter. This piece here, it's very large, so I go to deselect. I go to this view, the top view, and take these, make them a bit tighter, something like this. Okay, that's it for basic modeling. Let's now create a symmetry and make some thickness to this guy. So here from modifier list I will use symmetry, but before I do this, I need to make sure that editable poly axis lies here in the middle, because symmetry works based on the axis. It will be flipped to the left side. So if it's not here, you need to change it first using hierarchy. So I use symmetry, symmetry to create another piece of it. Okay, it looks fine. And now I need to make it thick, because if we flipped it to this side, you don't have a back face. So we need to create a flip of it. But before we do this, we will go to editable poly, polygon mode, select all polygons, and then we go down until we find this option, which is relax. So everything is relaxed, and then we don't need to see anything funny. So under polygon smoothing group, we press Ctrl clear all, and then we pick one for everything, so we don't see anything funny, as you can see. Now symmetry will do the same, and we will use actually I don't like this point position. Let's change it before we can do anything else. This point here. And as I told you, you can keep modifying based on your desire. Fine. So we use shell from modifier list to make it creased, and as you can see, the last amount I used was 10, and that's too much. Let's raise it, make it something like 4. 4 is too much too. Let's make it 3, and we may not use shell now. We need to do extra modifications in our editable poly. For this back, we need to relax the back as much as we can. So we select this group of polygons, except for this one. We don't need these two. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take them back. No. I always accidentally click this guy. I don't need these 2 points, so I push them back, then press Alt to remove the last group. That was the last 2 groups. Only this group. Push back again, push back, this is one group. Okay, so here let's check perspective. We still need to do some final adjustment, so let's get back to left view. I'll restore everything. This group here, not much, just slightly. everything looks okay except for these 3 points. I think they need to go back. Maybe not this one. Okay, and now let's take them down. Here this point makes some funny effect, so again I go to polygon mode, Ctrl A, and do relaxing and change material ID. Let's change material ID, let's make it 1. Now everything looks fine. We need to make this edge here, we need to push it down a bit. Okay, let's check the shell to see if that works fine or we need extra adjustment. Okay, the shell now works fine and we don't have funny look except for this piece here. We can modify this in the editable poly vertex mode. That vertex here, that one needs to be pushed back, and that guy needs to be pushed forward. Maybe here. This one. Okay, that looks good for me. I press Ctrl S and let's call this guy Armchair. And now let's do some other modifications, but first we need to convert this to editable poly before we do anything.